Okay, guys, so explain number 2. Talks about how many solutions will we have. So we did something similar when we had absolute values, and we said if it's this, there'll be 2 solutions, or there'll be 2 answers. If it equaled 0, there'd be 1, and if it was a negative number, it couldn't exist. So today, what we're doing is something very similar. We are going to be dealing with our template formula. We want it to look like that, and if we can get it to look like that, we can plug the numbers in and do the test. Is the number positive, 0, or negative? If it's positive, we're going to have 2 real solutions. If it equaled 0, there'll be 1. If it was less than 0, if it's a negative number, it's 2 non-real. So we're looking for positive here, negative, or a 0. So there's really no real, as long as you just know it's a positive, negative, or 0, you're going to be good to go. So let's see how that plays out. Okay, so we're given a word problem, and all we want to know is write an equation and determine whether the solutions are real or non-real. Okay, so we have a model and we have an equation, and I think they mistyped this, but we'll be okay. Does the ball reach a height of 12? So we take the equation and we want it to reach a height of 12. Well, we want it to be in ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So I need 0 over here. So when we subtract 12 and subtract 12, we end up with negative 4.9t squared plus 14t minus 10, because it was a positive 2 minus 12 is a negative 10 equals 0. So now we have our a, our b, and our c. And so we take that and we're going to plug it into what they call the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4 times a times c. Do you guys see how that happened? B squared, b was 14, we squared it, minus 4 times our a number times our c number. We ended up with 196 minus 196 equals 0. So because it equaled 0, there was 1 real solution. We don't even have to know what it is. They just want to know how many solutions. So let's look at B. At B, they've told us a person wants to create a vegetable garden with 100 feet of fencing. The area of the garden is given by the function w times 50 minus w, where width, w is the width in feet. Can the garden have an area of 700 feet? Can this equal 700? So we set it equal to 700, yes, no, maybe. Multiply the left side, we're going to distribute, so we end up with this quadratic type of a formula. We didn't touch the 700. We have to subtract the 700 from both sides. And that's how we got a negative w squared plus 50w minus 700 equals 0. Now we have our a, which is a negative 1, our b, and our c. So find the value of the discriminant. So b squared minus 4ac. I'm going to do that over here. B squared minus 4ac. What does this equal? So b is 50 squared minus 4 times our a, which is negative 1, times c, which is our negative 700. I'm going to move this up so I can see. So here's my calculator. Let's type this in. Parenthesis 50 squared minus 4 parenthesis negative 1 parenthesis negative 700. And we want to make sure that negative is in there, otherwise we end up with the wrong answer. Negative 300. Negative 300. It's a negative number. So our discriminant is negative. The equation has 2 non-real solutions. So the garden cannot have an area of 700 feet. It's not real. We want the garden to be real, guys. So the answer was no. It doesn't work. Okay. So let's take a look at number 7. Answer the question by writing an equation and determining if the solutions are real or not. A hobbyist is making a toy sailboat. For the triangular sail, she wants the height to be twice the length of the base. Can the area of the sail be 10 inches? Okay, so first you need to know the formula for area of a triangle. So area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. But then we have to go back in, and she wants the height to be 2 times the b. So instead of h here, we want it to be twice the length of the base. So I'm going to replace height with 2b. We're going to condense this down to give ourselves a formula first. So b times b is b squared. 2 times 1/2 is 1. So all we do, so the area of our triangular sail's formula is b squared. Area is b squared. Can the area be 10? So can this be 10? So all we're going to do is take that symbol out and ask, can b squared be 10? Cool. So what we're going to do, we need to get everything on one side. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. And we end up with 0 equals b squared minus 10. I'm going to rewrite that over here. B squared minus 10 equals 0. We don't have it in ax squared plus bx plus c, but I can get it there. B squared plus something minus 10 equals 0. If it's not there, okay, we wanted a b here. What would make b invisible? What can I multiply b by to be invisible? That's a 0. Now we have a, b, and c. So b squared minus 4ac, don't get confused with a b and a b. Our b is this number here. So 0 squared minus 4 times our a, which is an invisible 1, times our c, which is a negative 10. Well, we can do the math right now. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 10 is a positive 40. 0 squared is just 0. So 0 plus 40 is a positive number. So our discriminant is positive. We will have 2 real solutions. Real. Can the area of the sail be 10 inches? Squared. Yes. The answer is yes. Yes, it can. Because it's positive.